guys, my name is Evelyn Kennedy and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and please comment, leave your comment, let me know your thoughts about the vlog. And as usual here, we learn about wifing. We learn how to be godly wives, good wives, godly wives, and how to fulfill God's purpose in our homes, because marriage is a ministry, and as a woman or as a wife, we are first ministers in the capacity of wives and mothers in our homes before we become ministers in the altar, or do we say on the altar? Yeah, so we have to do it well in our homes, because the health of your husband is dependent on you, what you cook for them. The health of your children is dependent on you. I mean, you are such an important vessel in the home, and God has entrusted you with this role because He knows He has given you what it takes. And so today, I want us to learn how to be wise wives who are able or who have the capacity to save, or to be good house managers or good kitchen managers, in that we are able to save on food stuff, so that every time you're not using a lot of money in buying food, in buying all these, because we need to save this money and do other things. And as we all know, many foodstuffs, especially the fresh produce, are seasonal. At one season, they are plenty, they are flooding the market, and in another season, the same item is very scarce in the market. For example, you could have this season carrots flooding the market, and you can get them at a throwaway price, and then after like 2-3 months, you are buying one carrot at 10 shillings, one carrot, and it's not even enough, and you can't cook one carrot alone. So for us to avoid that, having to pay high prices or digging deeper into our pocket to buy produce, fresh produce, or veggies or tubers when they are scarce in the market, then I want to teach us how to take advantage of them when at a season when they are flooding the market, so that we buy them when they are flooding the market at a very low price or at throwaway prices, and then we store them to use them when they are scarce, so that when people are running to the market to look for them when they are scarce, for us, we already have them. And so today I want us to learn how to store bell peppers to stay for even up to 6 months. And let us get started. Yeah, so I begin by washing my hands. So yes, my hands are super clean. Here is my clean working top. I have cleaned it, and here are my bell peppers. So I have washed, I have cleaned this one with running water. They are clean, and I have removed the inside stuff. Like you see, I have removed the white stuff and the seeds, like you see, except this one. I think I've not removed this one, so I can show you after I cut into halves. This is what I do. I remove the white stuff like this, and the seeds. I remove all the white stuff. And remember, our flour is super clean, so we are using it. You see how I remain with the green part. Now I rinse it again. After washing it, after removing the white part, I rinse it again with running water. The rest I had removed the white part and rinsed them. So I want to cut them into my required sizes, the sizes I usually use when I am cooking. Reason being, if I store them whole like this, by the time I want to use them, they'll be very cold when I'm getting them from the freezer, and it will be hard for me to cut, to slice them into my required sizes when they are very cold. They make my hands feel numb and very, very cold. So to avoid that, I cut them into my required sizes at this point before I store them. And now let's go. After I have sliced them along, then just to save on time, I pick all of them and I begin to slice them again across, save on time. And I repeat the same process to all of them. I just repeat the same process to all of them, and then pick them again, the same process across. It helps to save on time when you pick them, all of them, and then cut them across. I repeat the same process for all of them. And now, because I can move faster because I've already explained. I can now move faster. Now, the same process, then I move faster because I've already explained. We are already done with slicing or cutting into our required sizes. So you realize these are our bell peppers now. They are already ready to start to move to the next step. And our next step will be something we call blanching. And in that, I will soak them in warm water, in warm salt water. So I have already boiled water, and I've allowed it to cool down a bit, so it's now not hot but warm. Yes, and so this is my warm water. I boiled it and I let it cool down. It has to be warm, not hot but warm. And so I put salt. And then I get my bell peppers and I soak them inside of the salty warm water. Remember, salt is a preservative, and the reason I put warm water and not hot water is so that it does not kind of cook the bell peppers, because they are soft. They are not hard they are soft. When you put them on very hot water, they'll become soft so you soak them for 2 minutes. Then after the 2 minutes, now we drain off the water. Drain off the water completely, and then you use a kitchen towel to a kitchen roll or kitchen towel, whatever you call it, to spread on the tray. If you don't have, you can use a serviette or a clean kitchen cloth. A clean kitchen, not the one that you hold a sufuria with, no, the ones now for wiping inside of utensils. A clean one. Like for this one is super clean. I don't use it for sufurias. This one is maybe for wiping, and its quality is such that it doesn't leave small threads or fiber inside maybe a utensil when you wipe or sort. So if you don't have a kitchen towel, or instead of using a serviette, because sometimes a serviette, I tried it and it failed me. It leaves it kind of sticks on the pieces, serviette. So if you don't have a kitchen towel, so use a super clean kitchen cloth. the ones for wiping inside of utensils, either a white one or a colored one. But for bell peppers, because they leave green, like where it will stick like this, if it's a white whatever, it will leave a green like color. Instead of using the white one, you can use one that it will not stain, but still ensure it's super clean, because remember, these are stuff that you're going to use and cook for the family. And the reason we are putting this is so that it can drain the water. Remember, water is not friendly when it comes to storage. So you put the kitchen towel or cloth, a clean one, you spread it, then you put the bell peppers there. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to freeze. Number one, I want to drain off any water that has not drained when I was sieving, so that it can be drained by the kitchen cloth. And then I'll put it inside the freezer. Why I'm putting it first in the freezer is because I want it to first be frozen individually before I store it. Because when I store it before I freeze it individually, then it kind of comes together and forms one block, or one block. But when I freeze it first separately, I spread it well and I freeze it first separately, then I store it like that, then it freezes separately and it doesn't form one block. It's easier for me to use when it has not formed a block. So I can just gawa, or I can just remove the few that I need to use at that particular time. Yeah, and here we go. We have our bell pepper. So at this point, I'll put it in the freezer for 2 hours. I put it in the freezer for 2 hours and that is made to first freeze it separately. So that when I now keep it in storage bags, it doesn't form one big crunch or block. And then from there we continue. So this is what I put in the freezer. Let's go. Now here is one that I had put earlier. There is one that I had put earlier for this, so that because we cannot stay here for like 2 hours to wait, there is one. You hear the sound it's making because it's crunchy, because it's been frozen. It's crunchy. And for purposes of this video, because we are not going to wait for that one for 2 hours, now let's finish up the video with this, because this is already crunchy. It's frozen already. And it's a bit hard, that's why it's making that sound, because it's crunchy because of being frozen. And so here we go. Our hands are clean, so we can use the hands to pack in ziplocs, in storage bags, And for purposes of this video, let's finish it up at this. Use this one to finish them, or to conclude the video. Then yes, we continue. Yeah, and that's how you do it. And now here is our bell peppers frozen. So before you lock the storage bag, make sure you remove all the excess air. So you ensure that you don't close in a lot of air inside. Then after you've removed the excess air, then now you lock. You see? not have locked. That way it doesn't have excess air, and it will use less space in the freezer, because if I fill the air here, then the bag will take a lot of space in the freezer. And but when I do it like that, I'm able to use less space in the freezer. I just do it like this, and then I can use a very little space in the freezer, so that I'm able to store a lot of things, because not of us have a very big freezer and all that. Mark you, I'm using my fridge, like my fridge, the freezer inside the fridge. So because it's not very big, I have to save on space. And before we put it in the freezer, now we need to indicate the dates. So let's do this. So yeah, there is place for dates. You write today is date 27th of January. Today is 27th of January. Hey, my pen is feeling cold. Hey, this thing is cold. Of January, then the year 2023. And the contents are, there is the place for contents, it's bale peppers. You see? I've written the date, which is 27th of January 2023. Then the contents are bell peppers, so that when I pick it from the freezer, I don't just pick anything. I know if I'm picking bell peppers, I pick from which date. And now this is what I'm putting into the freezer. Now, I thought of showing you this. This is also bell peppers. This is also bell peppers. And this one, you can see it's already, you can see. You can see it's not easy for it to, it's not hard for it to just break it and pick the few that you want. It's not a hard rock, because I had first frozen separately before I packed them in the storage bag. That's why now I can just pick the pieces that I want. Now this one was stored in January, date 3. And you can see I'm still using it. I'm not done using it, but this season, because there are plenty of them, I'm not using it much because there is plenty of them. So I'm planning to pack a lot of them for next month and next month but one. Yeah, and I think we are good to go now. Thank you very much for watching. Please tell me if you're going to try it, and let me know in the comment section whether how it was, the experience, and if you were able to manage it. And let's keep watching, let's keep subscribing, let's keep learning. I am coming up with a lot of much more content, and let me also know in the comment section if there is any topic or anything you'd want us to discuss, because we are learning and we are here to learn. God bless you so much, and have a blessed family and a blessed year ahead.